Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today we have Bitcoin and you have on Patreon 7 days free trial on the third tier, which is everyday trading scalping strategy. Try it out right now, 7 days free trial, go on Patreon and you won't pay nothing for 7 days. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Let's start. Bitcoin against USDT chart right here, minus 1.83%. is today's activity. As we talked about yesterday, nothing has been confirmed. We had a breakout in the lower time frames, but as you can see, Bitcoin just managed to correct again. And right now we are again at the lower high, higher low pattern. You can see that this is the higher low. Someone would argue that, of course, I'm going to draw the line from here and I'm going to start around there, for example, or something like that. Okay, there are many trend lines. I personally like to draw the trend lines from the bottom of the candlestick. Okay, and to be honest with you, I would like to draw it connecting the other bottom right here, the tip of the candlestick and not the body. All right, so right now we have this higher low bottom trend line and this top trend line. You can see that with the top trend line we had a nice, pretty nice closing above condition, but it wasn't enough. Right now we need to see more, and of course that's why I talked about that we need to close above some certain targets. Right here you can see that the target that we would like to close above and to see Bitcoin exploding above is the 27.7k in the daily frame. Okay, this would be absolutely good. I am in the logarithmic scale. If you want, you can use the regular scale as well. I personally like the logarithmic more because it shows better the recent price action. So 27.7k now. Is this over? Are we going to correct right now? Not at all, but at the end of the day, the most important thing to know about BTC, I'm going to remove all the drawings so you won't get confused right here. It is very important to know. The most important thing about Bitcoin is that we are into a triangle and we are right now testing our limits. We are testing to see what can we do with Bitcoin and what Bitcoin can do out of a possible bearish pennant. I have to admit that after a downtrend, whenever you form a triangle, it is more likely to be a bearish pennant, less likely to be a neutral triangle. We have seen neutral triangles though, and we have seen multiple altcoins going upwards. However, if Bitcoin breaks down right here, I'm going to have a very nice Fibonacci from here, from the bottom to the top. And you can see that multiple times we have talked about this pivot point line, the 26.3k now. If we close below here, and especially in the daily frame, then please have in your mind that it is a very likely scenario that we are going to test first the 25k, maybe a small bounce, and then we are going to drop down to the 23.7k. All right. So this is going to be it if we close below. Now, this day right here, if it stays as it is not good. As you all can see, the red candlestick right here won't be good. We do not like to have today a red candlestick. Of course, if this red candlestick extends to below 26.3k, then that means that we are going to go down. And many altcoins will follow. Today is the most important day in the crypto market because right here it will reveal the next days. So we are going to have for today a very huge price action coming in today, and for the next days huge price action into the crypto market after this sideways movement that we had starting from 9 May. You can see that we had constant sideways movement. Here today, for example, on Sunday, 7 May, and on Monday, 8 May, we had a correction, small correction coming in for Bitcoin, and then we had a sideways price action in which we form a triangle and we want to see where can we potentially break from to the downside or to the upside. For the upside movement, as we talked about, okay, we have the 27.7k. This is the key point for the upside movement. If we could be closing above here, then this would be fantastic. And of course, this would signal the next bullish, very bullish environment for BTC. Now, this candlestick, as you can see today, started with a non. The open actually was the same with the high. Okay, if you can see that the open was the same with the high, that means that we didn't form an institutional gap where institutions get in, push the price lower. This is good for a potential fake out to the downside, and to over the day we have a nice bounce. However, though, we have seen some other times that we do not form the institutional gap, although this is rare. Even here, we formed a mini institutional gap. The open was not the same with the high. Okay, but here, for example, if you see that, the open was the same with the high. So it could happen that we have the open same with the high, and we close with a bearish candlestick the day. That means that it will signal for me personally the next downtrend, and of course, especially if the close is going to be below this line right here. Okay, if the close is going to be below this line, which is at the 26.7k, then it will signal a downtrend. Now, if the close is around 27k and so on, it isn't something bad. Okay, especially even if we have a red candlestick, we do not have to worry about it. But if we go down from here and we close below the 26.7k, then this is bad. It will signal the next possible downtrend towards a retest of the 26.3k, and then if we close below, then we could have a possible formation of a crash. Look at that right now. Okay, weekly frame, 200-day moving average going up, 20-day, 50-day MA, so many lines crossing the price right now. So this is why Bitcoin needs to stand strong now or never. I mean, what I mean by now or never, I mean that you get a bullish action right now and you go to the 32,000 Tether USD. However, you get a bearish movement right now and you test the 23.7k, and then a period could be in the summer that we have a period of consolidation, could be the case, and we go sideways until we make the huge bullish movement. We wouldn't like to see Bitcoin going down here, because eventually this is going to bring this is going to bring actually much despair, because many people will be afraid that Bitcoin is going again into a bearish movement. But trust me on that, and what I'm saying on that, Bitcoin has just started its bullish cycle. Even if we go there down, it is another opportunity for reaccumulation. It is another opportunity to buy Bitcoin, and this will signal, of course, a very strong movement to the downside. But at the end of the day, yes, you can reaccumulate right here. You never know when it is going to bounce, and the bounce will be quick, just as this week right here, plus 27% in just 1 week. Look at that, insane stuff from BTC. Don't forget to join our monthly subscription. 7 days free trial on the third tier. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.